Daggerfin Mark Dweller says. Attempts to run away in fear. Daggerfin Assassin says. Attempts to run away in fear. Where does it hurt? When was your last checkup? Daggerfin Mark Dweller says. Attempts to run away in fear. Say ah. You should consider losing some weight. Daggerfin Mark Dweller says. Attempts to run away in fear. Say ah. Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Daggerfin Assassin says. Attempts to run away in fear. Daggerfin Mark Dweller says. Attempts to run away in fear. Say ah. Daggerfin Mark Dweller says. Attempts to run away in fear. Turn your head and cough twice. You should consider losing some weight. Turn your head and cough twice. When was your last checkup? Turn your head and cough twice. You should consider losing some weight. Where does it hurt? When was your last checkup? Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Where would you like to fly to?
No commentary. Monzi.
There are some who call me Tim, but to my friends, I am the specialist. Did your search of Daggerfen village yield the information I need in order to get to the bottom of this poison puzzle? Timothy leaps through the manual. They're using Ragvale as a base for the poison? No, that can't be right. Ragvale has no toxic properties. Including Ragvale in a poison is like a rogue wielding two maces. Sure, you can do it, but it isn't true to the essence of your calling. I just can't understand. Timothy clears his throat. I mean, thank you for fetching these for me. I'll try out the poison as soon as time permits.
Safe travel.
Welcome to the Orber Harborage, friend. You have nothing to fear here. We are broken, but we are not your enemies. The Angorosh threat is contained for the moment, but I'm certain they won't give up that easily. I've forgotten many things since the end of my life as a Drania, but the stubbornness of the ogres is an enduring memory. The centerpiece of any ogre tribe is its leader. Without leadership, the Angorosh's organization will disappear and they'll resort to infighting to determine who will lead next. Although we've seen the ogres out and about in this area, their true strength is concentrated in their Angorosh stronghold to the northwest. It's located in a cave on a small island connected to the marsh by a fallen mushroom. Go there and defeat Overlord Gorfist. That should provide us with a well-deserved respite. Welcome to the Orber Harborage. So you wish to claim the bounty on Chieftain Mummaki? Remarkable. There have been others who tried to claim the bounty, but they never returned. It's not hard to figure out what happened to them. I'm relieved that we'll no longer be troubled by Mummaki and his degenerates. Welcome to the Orber Harborage, friend. You have done well, Monzi. The Daggerfen are beyond redemption by anyone's standards, but I'm not certain that the Drania would have acted with the proper speed in this situation. Welcome to the... You've been honorable in our dealings, Monzi, at a time when trust is hard to win among my people. A large group of my brethren have made their home in the old Drania city of Tellar in Nagrand, to the south. To reach Tellar, take the road south into Nagrand, then continue southeast until you find yourself in the cliffs east of Oshigun. Anyone who has aided us, as you have, would be welcome among the people of Tellar. Seek out Warden Moy BFF Jill and tell him you have earned my trust.
Come back sometime.
Makshu doesn't recognize you, Night Elf, but he is pleased to meet you. If ever you need to buy or repair armor, look no further than Makshu. Makshu can always see a Drania approaching in his shiny armor from a mile away, even in this murky swamp. Makshu wants to laugh at them, but then he remembers that they have been kind to the Kurane and he wants to teach them about how Kurane make armor. The dark, scaly hides of the Fenclaw Thrashers make some of the best armor Makshu has ever worn. If Monzi can bring Makshu some of these hides from the Fenclaw Thrashers deep in Serpent Lake, he'll be happy to share some of his armor. Memories of this temple shroud my mind like a thick haze, yet I cannot assemble them into a coherent story. This place meant something to me once. Until I can restore that memory, I will feel as though a part of me is missing. Perhaps the Drania can help me recover what I've lost. When I speak to Drania, I often get the sense that they consider themselves removed from their environment. Many seem to pity my brethren, the broken, who they say have lost something. We broken may have lost our inclination toward the light, but our experiences have brought us closer to the land. My people see opportunities where few Drania do. Take, for example, the venom of the marshlight bleeders that live to the south and west. It has a wide variety of uses from hunting to healing. Memories of this temple shroud my mind like a thick haze. One of the reasons Akudi led us to Zungarmarsh was to help open the lines of communication between the Drania and the Kurane home city of Tellar in Nagrand. In order for messengers to pass swiftly between Tellar and Tel Redder, the roads must be secured. On our way here, we were attacked repeatedly by Marshfang slicers. We were able to fight them off, but they would pose a formidable threat to a solitary messenger. Reducing their numbers will help ensure the safety of our messengers. Memories of this temple. Traveling through Naga-infested lands has shown me the cruel truth about how my less fortunate brethren are treated. At Marshlight Lake, to the southwest, I observed a particularly malicious taskmaster playing a deadly game. He orders his slaves out to the islands in Marshlight Lake when he knows that Terror Claw, a giant bogstrock, is ready to feed. I needn't describe what results. We are too few to take on the Naga directly, but we can deprive them of their amusement by killing their pet.
Say off. Turn your head and cough twice. Where does it hurt? You should consider losing some weight.
At number $%.
Say ah. When was your last checkup?
Yesterday.
Say ah. Take 2 potions and call me in the morning.
This bloody mandible comes from an unbelievably large creature. The nether ray that it belonged to has to be the largest ever seen in Zongarmersh. Judging from the condition of the mandible, the Count must have abandoned a diet of carrion in favor of living flesh. Surely the Cenarian expedition would be interested in such a specimen. Watcher Lisa O has a small camp to the west of Quag Ridge.
Where does it hurt? Take 2 potions and call me in the morning.
Oh, pay no mind to Buddy. You have all of the mushrooms that we need to create a new garden for the Bog Lords? These are perfect. Oh, thank you, warrior. You've been ever so careful not to disturb the natural order of things, and we've gathered so much information in such a short amount of time. Now, let's see if our little plan to grow a new food supply for the Bog Lords is going to work. Oh, pay no mind to Buddy. The Watcher blinks several times in surprise. Where did you get that thing? Are you sure that's real? I mean, I knew there was large wildlife in the marsh, but there are giant creatures and then there are giant bugs. Come to think of it, the Sporealings did mention a story about a fearsome nether ray that used to terrorize them before the Boglord incursion. What if the stories are true? Oh, dear. I'd better take that for safekeeping. The expedition will want to know about this. Okay, let's see about using those mushrooms you brought back to grow the Bog Lords a new food supply.
Where does it hurt?
Wait and see what happens. Hungry Bog Lord says. It takes a piece of the mushroom tree and holds it to its nose. Seemingly satisfied, it eats it.
Take 2 potions and call me in the morning.
Oh buddy, you big baby. Look, it's working. It's really working. Now all I need to do is throw more of these mushrooms here and the Bog Lords will likely leave the Sporealings alone. Hungry Bog Lord says. He uproots the rest of the mushroom tree and makes off with it.
The Bog Lords are devouring the spore. Thank you for everything you have done for my people, but they are still scared of outsiders. Fight the Bog Lords and rescue the spore sacks in the spawning glen. The future of my people is at stake. The Bog Lords are devouring the spore sacks. They've got to be stopped.
Turn your head and cough twice. When was your last checkup? You should consider losing some weight. Turn your head and cough twice. Where does it hurt?
My end asterisk. At number $.
Turn your head and cough twice. Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Where does it hurt?
My ball. Foxtrot Razor Claw says. Attempts to run away in fear.
Where does it hurt? Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Slay Terrorclaw and return to Pulua at the Orbal Harborage. Description: Traveling through Naga-infested lands has shown me the cruel truth about how my less fortunate brethren are treated. At Marshlight Lake, to the southwest, I observed a particularly malicious taskmaster playing a deadly game. He orders his slaves out to the islands in Marshlight Lake when he knows that Terrorclaw, a giant bobstroke, is ready to feed. I needn't describe what results. We are too few to take on the Naga directly, but we can deprive them of their amusement by killing their pet.
You thank the Silver Moon.
When was your last checkup?
Foxtrot Razor Claw says. Attempts to run away in fear.
You should consider losing some weight.
You wave at the silver moon.
When was your last checkup? Where does it hurt? When was your last checkup? Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Turn your head and cough twice. When was your last checkup? Stay up. Take 2 potions and call me in the morning. Where would you like to fly to?
We survive.
Memories of this temple shroud my mind like a thick haze. Thank you, Monzi. Perhaps with the help of the Drania, this marsh will one day be free of Naga. I can't imagine what it must be like to be forced to serve them. He doesn't talk about it often, but Makshu was once a slave. Memories of the... That's excellent news. The way is still far from perfectly safe, but the messengers are clever and resourceful. Memories of this temple shroud my... I hope to demonstrate the uses of bleeder venom to Anchorai Ahiran and the others at Tel Redder. That's going to require me to double my supply. Thank you for bringing this venom, Monzi. It will go a long way toward making my demonstration possible without depleting my personal stores. Makshu doesn't recognize you, Night Elf, but he is pleased. Does Monzi have hides for Makshu? These are good hides, Makshu thinks. They will make very good armor. Who knows? There might even be enough left over for Makshu to make some armor for the Drania. Last time Makshu was out hunting hydras for hides at Serpent Lake, he was attacked by the biggest hydra he's ever seen. Makshu reached for his spear, but it was too late. He had just enough time to escape becoming hydra food. Who knows? Maybe next time, Makshu not be so lucky. Makshu wants to be there so there won't be a next time. Will you help Makshu get his revenge on Rich? At last. You have our thanks for your help in securing our position at the Orbor Harborage. I will send word of your deeds to the Kurane city of Telar in Nagrand. There will be many more opportunities for our peoples to work together.
Where does it hurt?
That was fast, laughing face.
You should consider losing some weight.
Makshu doesn't recognize you. Makshu nods approvingly. Makshu is thankful for your help. Makshu's pride is satisfied. He will not be caught off guard again. It will take a sharp blade and reinforced armor to bring tranquility back to Nagrand. Shall I repair your equipment so that you may meet justice?
How does he do it?